Hello, welcome back. Very, very excited to be here. Very excited to have your company. We are joined with somebody I spoke about for many years now. Finally got to meet him, Nick from Bulgaria. Nick,
hi,
welcome
Charlie.
back, my friend.
Hi, great to be here.
It's good
very
to have you here. Do you know what? I feel like I know you very well.
Yep.
Because the amount of times you've been kind enough to send in pictures of your artwork during our shows, you've inspired us so much. It really helps. But I'm really intrigued to know, Nick, what does arts and craft mean to you? What does crafting do for you? What does it mean?
It means everything. You know,
Right.
I think it's so important to so many people out there.
Yeah.
You know, it can get you through the ups and downs. You know, any time you're not feeling yourself, you know, just get your crafting gear out and have a play. You know, it really lifts you, uplifting.
It does, and it's pure escapism with craft, isn't it? That's
Definitely.
what I absolutely love about it.
Yep.
So how long have you been crafting for now?
I've been crafting really my whole life,
Right.
in one way or another, but I suppose paper crafting maybe about 15 years.
It's about 15 years,
About 15
is it?
years or so, yeah.
Oh, brilliant, Joel, we've learned so much from you. I know you've got lots of
thank you.
demonstrations today. Now, I know you must have quite a big studio at home, though, is that right? Quite a big craft room.
Ooh, I've seen bigger.
It's nice. You have seen bigger.
Yeah, I
That's
have,
brilliant. Joel, we've actually got some photographs of. I think this is your studio at home. Actually, is that
Yes,
your home?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
That's brilliant. There's our Matt. So Matt's in
Yep.
your house there. That's a bit
Yep.
odd, isn't it? No, but he flew across to Bulgaria, did he?
No, this is the last show.
That's amazing, Joel. You had a very, very busy time. We showed you a little picture there of your studio. That's absolutely
Little bit
gorgeous.
messy.
So you were messy craft then, or tidy
I'm
craft
afraid
then?
I am. I like to tidy up after any crafting, but unfortunately, while I do craft, I do get in a little bit of a mess.
That's brilliant.
But I think a lot of people do.
I think a lot of us do, don't we? We just get stuck in, don't
Yep.
we? So how long are you ever here for then? You nipping back to Bulgaria for lunch, or you staying here for a while?
Staying here for a little while. I've got some more shows on Tuesday.
Looking forward to that, aren't
But
we?
yeah, very
Good for you.
excited.
Well,
It's just really, I'm really excited about sharing everything with you today.
I know you are. Well, you must be very excited because, yet again, you've brought us a beautiful bundle of all of your designs, and that's
Yep.
what we've got here.
Yep.
So what kind of theme have we got then, Nick? What kind of bits have we got? Talk us through it.
I don't really like to say a theme because
No.
I like everything I design. I want to work with everything you already have at home, with
Good point.
with my previous collections, anything that I'm bringing in the future as well. I just want it to go with everything, and
Yes.
it's really for people to make what they like and how they feel.
And that means
It's tools
That
for you
means
to
value,
use.
doesn't it? Because
I
we're
think
not
so.
limited to a specific theme or style.
No.
This is open to all arts, all crafts,
Yep.
isn't it? It's beautiful. You know what? Let's have a look at some of these cards. Now, I know you're hugely appreciative of your design team.
Yes,
They've done a
it's
great job, haven't they?
Fantastic job. I mean, I just couldn't have done it without my design team this time. It's they've really pushed out all the stops, and they've
Yes.
come up with some fantastic samples.
They're amazing, aren't they? They're beautiful.
They've had great fun using them.
They have. Do you know what? Every piece here, Nick, is an absolute masterpiece. So again, for card making purpose, all about mixed media as well.
Yep, mixed media. I've designed them also so they can be used from anything from your ATC cards, your card making, journaling, scrapbooking. So the size will fit every size of crafting you want to do.
Oh, it will.
Yep, fabrics, paper crafting, mixed media. You
That's
know,
brilliant.
whatever your style is, these are going to work for you.
I mean, your Stance and Passion, they cover lots of different arts and
They do,
crafts,
yeah.
don't they now?
Yep.
So is there anything this year you're looking to get into as well? Anything 2019?
Anything that comes my way.
Anything. You just get stuck in with anything, don't
I
you?
will, yeah, I'll
Nick,
try anything.
I love it. I absolutely love it. We got lots in. Now, by the way, you're seeing on your screen now, we've got lots of stamps. We've also got a die. Now, you've been very kind enough to actually make this board for us. So this is the die we've got in the bundle.
This is the die we've got in the bundle, yes. The die I've designed really, its basic form is an ATC card and envelope.
Right.
But obviously I didn't want to just leave it at that, so I've given you other options also. Obviously getting the money's worth as well, I wanted to design lots of little added extras that you can use on other projects.
We really had it. So value, versatility,
Value,
that's very important for you as a crafter.
Yeah. I think it is for all of us crafters.
It is,
if
isn't it?
we're spending our money, we want it to do as many things as we possibly can.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the more tools you got, the more you can.
Yeah.
Value, again, it's all very well having a saving, but if we're going to use them limited amount, you have to think about it. But with this, like you've been saying, you're not pigeonholed into any particular theme here. This sums up the spirit of craft for me, Nick. It's
Thank you very much.
just escapism. There you go. Now, you're going to save £8 here if you get the bundle today. These are Nick's brand new designs, and they're pretty much all hand-drawn, aren't they?
Apart from the hand and some of the texture stamps, they are all hand-drawn.
So what, is it literally what, with, on the tablet computer with like pen and paper?
Pencil and copy of paper.
Classic. So it's nice and traditional then?
You get a completely different look, I feel. I have tried on the tablet, but unfortunately I don't get the look and feel that I want to get onto the paper.
Keep it old school.
That's right. I think it's a good way.
It's a lovely way. Now, Joe, a very intriguing set. You can't not be inspired by these because you've got elements here suitable for backgrounds, foregrounds, and we've actually got some layering stamps here, haven't we?
Yeah, the layering stamps. These two here, the circles. They're fun. I'm going to do a demo later with them, but they're fantastic. Well, you can use them on their own, but also they do layer up and give you a completely different effect, a bit more 3D.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Fantastic for backgrounds, but also if you want to come up with a simple card, they're fantastic for doing a very clean and simple card.
They are, aren't they? They really are. But you've got something, you can make quick cards, you can make really, really in-depth, complicated layers upon layers of mixed media products. I've got to say, I'm very intrigued by this. What's in here then? Oh wow, so this is the ATCs?
This is ATCs, but also it's like a mini journal, so you've got pages that you can, there's pockets and you can really put little flaps. It's a mini version of my larger journal. I actually did it on the Hochanda blog. There's a whole tutorial for it as well for the larger size.
So, sorry, for this one down here?
That's the larger size, yeah, and all the instructions for that are on the...
Amazing. So it's like one of those interactive photo
albums,
right, yeah.
Isn't it? So hopefully people will get into making their own, you know, with the Zutter now that you have. Absolutely. That's what this is made from, the Zutter boards.
Is it?
Yep.
We've got a lot of that in craft price shop, Zutter. Yep. You'll often see it right there. Wonderful brand, and I know you're a fan of so many different brands here. Yes. You've got the Clarity papers here, which I know you're a big fan of. Yep. But isn't it? This is about your styles here. This is about your stamps. This is a very big bundle. I've got to say, you were buying this even before we came on air, and I don't doubt it. For somebody so inspirational like Nick, for someone so talented, bring all these hand-drawn designs to us. Each and every one is brand new to us. It's brand new designs, all full of stamps. And again, you've got that ATC die there. And again, it's actually quite hard to find just a straightforward ATC die, really, isn't it?
That's why I wanted to come out with it this time, because there's lots of lovely shaped ATCs, but I did want something that was plain and simple.
Yes.
That doesn't detract from what you're actually
putting on the card yourself. You just want the size. And then,
that's right.
Because what is an ATC for you, though? What does it mean for you? It's like a taste of your techniques or something?
Yes, it is.
It's hard to sum up, isn't it?
It is hard to sum up. I love making the ATCs because it is a tester, like you say, a tester of what you want to put on to the cards. But what I love doing as well over time is I'll use them for card toppers. Right. So it's a great way, if you're new, you know, just do a small project.
It's not a daunting size, is it?
Not at all. You know, you can make yourself a whole selection, and then as time comes on, add them to a card. You know, use the embellishment stamps and the background stamps to create something that matches, and then add your ATC as the main focal point on your card. As
a main focal point, and again, it's not a daunting size. And if you want to start off with layer number 1, I reckon these stamps are going to be absolutely ideal.
Fantastic,
really, aren't they? Going to be perfect, aren't they? So they're clear photopolymer stamps, so they feel very, very good quality.
These are actually thermoplastic rubber.
Oh, is it? Oh, beg your pardon.
What that means really is you've got all the benefits of your rubber stamps, but you've also got the clarity, the clear stamp to positioning.
What's the material called again? Sorry.
It's thermoplastic rubber.
Thermoplastic rubber. I'm going to remember that one. That's amazing.
It's fantastic. It's 100% recyclable, which is very important to me. This is why I'm experimenting also with my packaging. You know, the die you'll see is 100% recyclable. It has got a sheen on it, which is actually corn.
Something or other.
It's something corn.
Something impressive.
But it's not a plastic coating. So that's recyclable also, yep.
Yeah, that's a really good point to make. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I think it's important to everyone now, and it's becoming more and more important.
We are, undoubtedly. So there you go, it's also important. Again, the price here, you're going to save £8 here. So on 3 FlexiBuy payments, folks, as well. So you pay 1 payment today, add your P&P, this will be delivered home. Second one in a month's time from now, third one in a month after that, or one full payment, £103, just over that. £34.64 is your first flexible payment. It's on your screen now. It's 966 746. There are two ways you can buy. First, you give a call centre a ring. They're just upstairs. It's 01733 602 2000. If you can, shop on the website, hochanda.com. It's the fastest way. You click the red box for FlexiBuy, you pay one payment a day. It's simple as that. Now then, any questions, keep them coming in. We've got lots of demonstrations. That's what we're all about. By the way, we've got a little prize draw coming up during this hour. So there you go. Now, we've got a little competition running this hour. So there you go. This is going to be the prize. So there you go. If you've entered the competition, we'll be announcing the winner, I believe, towards the end of this hour, I assume. There you go. So if you purchase anything this hour, you'll be automatically entered to receive this as a prize. So one lucky winner, and we are going to select one. So I've got to say, if you're tempted by this, now is the time. Firstly, because of that saving, and secondly, you're going to be entered into this little giveaway. So why not? It's a good time. Right, you know, I'm actually blown away here. Nick, go on, I'm excited. What's the first thing you'd like to show us?
The first thing I decided to do last evening,
Right.
I found these very, very cheap lanterns, plastic.
Like a trendy thing, isn't it?
In your little buy me shops.
Yeah, garden centres
you know,
and things.
You see them and think, right, look, what can I do with that? So I have started it, but it's something I'm going to finish off in this afternoon show.
Okay.
So this is as it comes, and all I've done is I've put a very light coating of PVA glue.
Lovely, okay.
And that will just give the key so that your work doesn't pop off afterwards.
Good idea.
If you put in all your work and then find that, you know, it's all gone. So what I'm going to do...
Almost like an undercoat then, I suppose.
Yeah, it just gives it a little bit of a key. I mean, you could sand it down lightly with a sander, but I've just done it like this. So what I'm going to do is stencil that for you.
Okay.
Just using some basic texture paste. And then I've done some that I'll gesso afterwards.
Yeah,
and then hopefully we'll finish off this afternoon with some, you know, some different effects.
That's a
Gilding
great
wax
idea.
And some Pebeo studio acrylics.
So we're really upcycling now, aren't we? We're making something great. By the way, that big bundle, the stamps and the die, if you're just interested in the die, details bottom of the screen, £19.99. That is phenomenally busy. It's 170007, so we've got a lot of ATC artists, I think, watching now. Well, not ATC artists, but any artist, really. It's like a little signature of what you can do as an artist, as a crafter. I think it's wonderful, ATC. So, I'm loving your stencil here.
This is, I love this stencil. Well, I love all of it. You know, I've really put my heart and soul into this collection. I've really, you know, I'm really quite passionate about it.
It's beautiful.
You know, and this one is it's all, I've called it all the eights. It's, I mean, obviously you can see it's made up of lots of different eights that are interlocking. It gives you a really nice texture.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do is just spread the texture paste on, just roughly. You know, not too thick, but then not too thin either. Just sort of just right.
Just going for it.
As Goldilocks said.
No, I know. I agree. You know, I was here the other day when you showed Leonie these stencils, and she loved them.
She did. Yeah.
This is
very excited. About
very
them.
clever. Beautiful. Very
she was
nice,
disappointed she didn't have the show as well.
I know. I was quite jealous.
She is quite jealous.
I wasn't going to switch. It's great.
It's just been lovely being here. You know, I come in and everyone's always, you know, it is like coming home. I know everyone says it, but you know, it really, really is. You know, I couldn't be made to feel more.
But you're going to make me
welcome.
cry in a minute. Stop it! Why are you trying to make me? But
well, there's not many places like it anymore, is there?
No, there's not. You know, it's full of passion.
It is.
When you work with people who all share the same passion, it's a wonderful feeling. It's a wonderful feeling. It is.
I hope people can see this, and I'm not pigging it all to myself.
No, we've got it. We can see it perfectly, Nick.
So really, all I did, I've just got some regular masking tape and masked off the glass.
Yeah.
It's just a great way, you know, because there's so many of these little shops now that do sell little cheap things, but you just want to put your own mark on it.
I mean, this could be a picture frame, perhaps.
Picture frames,
well.
fantastic idea. I mean, obviously, I think it's a lot easier with the stencils if you're going to do it on a flat surface.
Yes.
But, you know, it's sort of, you know, gives you a little bit more of a task to do this.
It does, doesn't it?
So I've done this. This one's already dry.
Cool.
I did this late last evening.
Okay.
And so I'm just going to gesso this, just some black gesso.
And how often do you craft then, Nick? It's daily, I assume?
Every day, yep.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Love it.
I have had a break for a little while.
I understand, yes.
But, you know,
it's good to have you back,
it's been fantastic. I've been back to crafting probably a couple of weeks now.
Good on you.
And I tried to get back into it, but just couldn't. But, you know, now I'm just so pleased to be back. it's so lovely to be back onto Facebook as well, you know, and all social media.
Yeah.
You know, just to, you know, see everyone and catch up with all their lovely work that they've been doing. I mean, from my last collection,
yeah,
I was just absolutely blown away seeing everything that people had made. You know, it's
a good
such an
feeling,
amazing feeling. I didn't think
yeah.
anything could beat having my own products, but it was even... you can't beat.
I can't imagine what they must feel like. So many,
I could cry.
Do you know what?
You know,
I think you're going to be seeing a lot of people sharing photographs of this bundle pretty soon, especially that die, by the way. The die is limited stock. Well, already, limited stock.
Oh my
there you go,
goodness.
£90.99 if you
very
like
much.
it. Saving £3, 170007. That's just one small part of the huge bundle, which is stencils and stamps. But if you just want the die, there it is, £19.99. It's going to go any moment now.
Oh dear.
Really limited stock, less than 10% remaining. I guess.
Can I just mention about the die, because I think we didn't say it, but I built in so we could actually do larger projects with it as well. None of my projects, I just want you to be able to do one thing. So everything I make sure it can do absolutely as much as it can. So we can elongate the trellis work, so we can make long boxes. Basically, as long as your paper or card, you can make, you can do those sort of sizes.
Like you got right here.
Yeah.
By the way, just a heads up, it's actually now sold out. So 50 minutes in, Nick, what have you done? What have you done? Do you know what? Seriously though, thanks very much, guys. Sold out individually, but don't forget, you can still get it as part of the bundle, all right? It's the only way to get it at the moment. Oh, I see. So that's ideal then, Nick. I mean, it's seamless, sir.
Seamless. It's incredibly easy to line up. It, you know, I've just, where the edges are cornered, you know, the corners, you literally just
locks back in.
And then if you turn the die, if I just show you while we're
please
here,
do.
I finished the gessoing now, so we'll just leave that to dry till later.
Okay.
You will notice that I've actually put a cartouche into the lattice work.
Is that what it's called? I like it.
Yeah, I think so.
Can I use that, please?
Cartouche, yeah,
cartouche.
definitely.
I love
It's
the cartouche.
I wanted that so you can put your own words, you know, either stamp a word into it or a die cut word.
Yes.
Quite a good size.
In the cartouche?
Yep, into the cartouche. And then all you do is, if you want to have the lattice plain, as it is here, you turn the die, and if you wiggle it, you'll feel it lock.
You feel it sort of sink in, don't you? Then you just cut it again.
Yep.
Easy, easy.
As you can see, I mean, if you've got a larger piece of paper and it'll fit through your die machine, you can actually do it as long as you want.
I can imagine.
Fantastic for boxes.
I was going to say. Wrap
like
around
that.
a vase, you can wrap around circular items. It can look like a little net, almost. You're very smart indeed.
And if you cut it into the ATC, it's actually like a lovely window. So you could have something behind it that is semi-secret.
Yes,
you know, so that's quite
that's
fun.
A nice idea. It could look like frames for a stained glass window kind of thing.
So I've gessoed this now, so you know, we'll leave that to dry.
Okay, good stuff.
And then hopefully if I get time in between shows, then hopefully that'll be dry also, and we can finish the whole lantern
and of course you're back
afterwards.
And you're back on this afternoon, aren't you?
I'm back on this afternoon with Hayley.
And that's at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. I will double check that. 3 o'clock. Yeah, I thought it was with Hayley. I thought it was. Yeah. Do you know what? This has been a very busy show. Thanks so much. I know I'm harping on board myself now, but if you have just tuned in, go onto our website hochanda.com. We've got this huge bundle on the show. They're all, apart from a couple around here, they're all hand-drawn by Nick. So they're all Nick's designs, but they're hand-drawn. Just classic, pencil to paper. Very, very exciting. We're going to go back to Nick soon. We just want to get set up for the next stage. But if you would like to go for this, I really would be quick. Have a look on the website firstly, hochanda.com. You'll see this here. Now, if you missed Nick's last show, this is his second collection on Hochanda. If you missed the first one, you can get it on our website. Don't forget, if you're buying anything from this live hour, you get automatically entered into a competition to win that other bundle we just showed you a few minutes ago. Right, so there you go. If you do have any questions for Nick, I know we've got lots of them there. It's studio@hochanda.com. Follow him on Facebook. If you're not sure his Facebook page, if you're friends with me on Facebook, I posted and copied him in earlier on. So it really is worth following him because he's got a huge following on Facebook for good reason. For all these ideas, you can never have too many, can you? That's what I love about craft. It's the community that surrounds it. OK, so I asked kind of what theme this is, and Nick was quite rightly saying not really specific to a theme as such. We just want value. You can grow with this selection here. You might want to go bright grungy, you might go into a different colour palette. You might use these for mixed media pieces. Mixed media, layers upon layers of goodness. That's what you're going to get with these stamps and stencils. Oh, and the die. By the way, that ATC die, I know I'm repeating myself, but if you just joined in, if you're thinking, I want that die, it's sold out as an individual, but don't worry, it still comes in this big, big bundle. But this is what you can achieve at home. The design team, they've done ever so well. Use this onto your mixed media, your cards, your fabrics, lots of bits and pieces. Now, art journals perhaps as well. I'm seeing a lot of tags. Nicola did this one. Now, you've all done exceptionally well. Beautiful designs by Nick. Beautifully brought to life by yourselves at home. I'm sure lots of you are watching right now. But there we go. It's going to be for scrapbook pages, interactive photo albums, personalised with these if you want to. We've got gift bags. Yeah, bookmarks is beautiful. And do you know what? If you're thinking, oh, they're quite complicated, but that, very cleverly composed, beautiful composition there. The balance there is divine. You're really letting those stamps speak for themselves. By the way, that's just one part actually. That's like a layering kind of stamp we got. Now, I've seen layering stamps, but not quite in that sort of style. In such a good, funky style. We absolutely love them. So there you go. That's just one small set now. They're a recyclable material which we're using. Very important to Nick and very important for us. I know that is. But you know what? Let's have another look here. By the way, I've got to show you this. I've got to show you some bits down here. Oh, my word. Right, can I just show you this? You know what? These background ones here were my favourite, but the one with the hands actually is now my favourite, actually. I've just seen what I've seen. Are we ready for this? Right, it's sold out as an individual, so I'm not alone in saying this is one of my favourites. Thank you very much, guys. It's sold out as an individual, but you can get it still as part of the bundle. Cast your eyes on this. Right, how cool is that? That is such an exciting theme. That reminds me of maybe prints of your son or daughter. This says history for me. That is just a fascinating tool to have. Right, there you go. £103.93 for the entire bundle. This is Nick's brand new bundle. This is all Nick, all Nick. If you often heard us talk about Nick from Bulgaria, the reason being he spoils us with ideas. The creative mind of Nick is now poured into this. You can have this home, saving £8, £34.64. It's your first flexible payment of 3. It's 966,746. Okay, so again, £34.64. Can you stretch to that? You're going to get all of these stamps, all of those stencils, and that die. That's hand. By the way, the hand sold out, so is it limited stock? Oh, it has actually gone, sorry. So the die is gone and the stamps with the hand designs have gone as well. But don't worry, you still get them all as part of the of this big bundle today, where you do save £8. So if you're thinking, I'm going to get this at some point, you think, at some point, I'm going to treat myself to this. If you can get it now, you're going to save the £8. You also get entered into that draw to win that bundle. How cool is that? Another bundle we've also got on the show, which you can see on the website here, hochanda.com. Very, very straightforward. We've got lots more opportunities, lots more individuals available, don't forget. So if your budget allows for 1 or 2 bits, do cast your eyes over this. But please do keep your emails coming in. We've had overwhelming support of emails and comments on Facebook page. Welcome Nick back to Hochanda. This is a man who lives and breathes craft. All things craft, all things arty. In fact, is there anything you don't do? Anything you don't do?
Thank you, everyone.
No, thank you as well. So, Nick, what's the next part of the demonstration?
Right, so now I'm going to make, I'll show you how to make just a simple ATC holder.
Lovely.
It's fantastic to keep all your ATCs.
Beautiful. Very nice.
Yeah,
Like quite interactive kind of just memory book.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I mean, you know, you can just slip it in the back pocket.
Yeah.
Sock pocket, purse,
it's
whatever
nice,
you like.
Isn't it? If you actually go to like craft fairs, do you see people swapping ATC cards?
Not quite so much anymore.
Right.
You know, it used to be very popular. You do get, I think now with the internet, people do a lot more swapping online.
I see.
Which is, in a way, is great because you're getting them from all over the world.
Yeah, and quickly.
And very quickly. Yeah. You know, styles are different all over the world, so it's very exciting getting something through the post that that comes from America or
it's exciting, isn't it?
Anyway,
this is also a traditional celebration of ATC cars, isn't it? I think it's a wonderful thing to win. But anyway, sorry, I don't mean to distract us.
So I have started because obviously I don't think you want me to be peeling off lots of paper. So what we really need to do is we're going to create the pockets.
Right.
So for the pockets, it's just your basic outside die. Which is just here.
Beautiful.
And then we're going to cut it through the die. It's probably best I don't show you, because if I can, I'd like to get some more demos done. So
Absolutely,
I'd rather just
you do whatever you want
whiz
to,
it
sir.
through. So you notice it brings all your score lines in lovely. I will say, if you use anything very low GSM, you know, maybe your copier paper or something like that, the score lines are very deep. So if you want to do that, I'd use maybe 3 or 4.
Right,
because
so it
otherwise
doesn't cut.
it won't actually cut right the way through, but you might find that as you score your cards, I mean, this is about 120 and it's a pearlised card, so it's got a finish on it. But when I turn that, I mean, you can bend it back in 2 and you don't get any rips at all through it.
I see.
Anything lighter than that, you know, maybe your copier paper.
Put a few layers in.
I'd give it a try and see what it's like. The same with parchment, because of the different fibres in parchment, you might find that running that through, maybe put either a piece of copier paper either side.
Just to give some support.
Support for it.
I see.
Yeah.
Gives it a bit more bite, I suppose, doesn't it?
So it gives you all your score lines. You know, very easy. Just fold it across, just to make your pocket.
Okay.
For this, what I've done is I'm actually using the flaps on the outside rather than the inside. When you're using it for an envelope, I'd really use it on the inside. But because we want that expansion, you know, when you get 20 or so cards
in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it gives you a bit more grip.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is just put some quick tape on.
Okay. So we've learnt lots from you already, mate. We've done loads. We've done an absolute lot.
I think that's another thing I love about crafting, is because however long you've done to do it, you always learn. I mean, I learn. You know, I learn from everyone on here. You know, even people that don't think they've been crafting very much. I have my Craftoscope Facebook page, and there's people there that are quite new, but they share their projects, and you know, they've got fantastic ideas too.
Isn't that brilliant? Yeah.
Even you know, crafting for a few months. I mean, there's still things that we can learn from them.
Of course,
you know, doing things differently.
Everyone's minds work slightly differently, don't they?
Yeah.
So everyone's got different ideas.
You know, so I'm really passionate about people sharing. I've always loved to share.
Yeah.
And I think if we can really get a fantastic community together who love sharing, then we're all going to learn, and it's exciting.
Yeah.
It's very exciting. So just fold those flaps over, and that gives you a nice bulk there, and then we just cut this off. I should have cut the flap off first.
Okay. So you could use this in like photo albums and things.
Yep.
You've got little tickets and some little keepsakes you want to tuck away there.
That's right. I mean, fantastic. Go on holiday, take your little, you know, rather than keep all your photos on your telephone, why not print them off as a little
it's a shame
thumbnail?
just doing that sometimes, isn't it? Yeah.
I have a thumbnail in my samples over in the box. I've got some lovely ones of old family photos. It's a brilliant way of having them on show. You know, you could have a whole selection of them, and they're really interesting. But, you know,
it's actually, sometimes we get lost like uploading things. It's nice to go around to your family, friends, or when you next see, I don't know, the bride and groom when they come back from the honeymoon, you take a load of pictures of their wedding. It's really nice just to actually share the moment. Convenience doesn't always mean better, I don't think.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's a lovely thing to have. By the way, phone lines are very busy. Hang on in there, guys. We will get to you. Small queues on the phones, but try and go on the website if you can. It's the fastest way. So, okay, so we'll glue those together.
The next stage, I've started, as you can see, just there. So what we're doing is we're putting a piece of tape just on one side of your envelope, and you just line it up with the base and just stick it in place, and then just take off your next layer of tape. You can make these as big as you want. I mean, personally, I usually stick to maybe 10 or 12, simply because of the spine, which I'll show you in a moment. For the expansion, because otherwise you're going to find that you're damaging your cards.
Okay.
But if you wanted to, you could make the score lines slightly wider to fit more in. But I think 10's quite a good. You can fit a couple of ATC cards in each wallet.
Okay.
So that's what I've done so far. That'll give us our pile.
Easy, easy.
So yeah, it is very easy. This is great for children as well. You know, it's something that a child
family effort, isn't it?
should do. If you're just running it through the machine, or now they can actually run it through the machine themselves.
Lovely.
So that then gives us our expanding folder, which is really quite
beautiful.
good. Then what I'll do, I'll put these all on my blog, the measurements. But what I've done is I've cut a piece of card, a long piece of card, and it's 7.5 centimetres wide. And that's 2 inches 7 2/7/8.
Right.
And the same width for this one. And then I've scored the card at 10 centimetres from one side.
Yeah.
and 10 centimetres from the other side, which gives you your spine, if you like, of about 1 centimetre.
I see.
So that in effect folds up like that.
Oh, lovely.
Then for the flap at the top, it's scored then at 3 centimetres, and then at 2 centimetres, which gives you your flap. And then the third piece of card, which again is it is the same width, but just take a shaving off the edge.
Okay.
Because what we want to do is we want to create a little cover inside.
Oh, lovely.
Just to hide your ribbon and workings.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's very simple to put together. We want just a little piece of tape on our hinge.
Uh-huh. And is crafting big in Bulgaria then, Nick?
No, not really. It's I don't think they have time really, because it is a poorer country, obviously. I'd like to say they're fantastic people, make you feel very welcome.
I've heard, yeah, I've heard.
I was running a craft club there for the children.
Nick.
Unfortunately, because the library need their space, I'm just getting together to buy a very cheap building so I can continue it.
Oh, Nick, what a lovely thing.
It's just giving something back, you know. They're so giving, you know, for people that have nothing.
Do you ever sleep then?
Do I ever sleep?
Yeah.
If I had the choice, I'd probably craft.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I do sleep.
Or tidy up your craft room. That'll happen. That's lower down in the priorities. You just, just crack on.
Definitely. The next thing I just want to do is cut.
It's gone very well with Leonie then. Kind of similar in terms of tidiness.
You've got to weigh up what's most important, haven't you? Having fun or tidying up?
Yes, exactly. I think you know that one.
Right, so then we want our piece of ribbon for the inside flap. So just a length of ribbon. Yeah, I just think crafting's such a relaxing thing. It's just takes you out of all the trouble of the world.
It rescues quite a lot of people, doesn't it?
It sure does. Yeah, it's marvellous.
People do, and sometimes outlet is whether it's music, like myself, or cooking.
That's right.
It's various different things. It's often geared around something creative, I think, isn't it? And you can't get much more creative than things like this. It's beautiful. Just a little bit of glue around that flap, and then we'll cover the workings, if you like. So what's like the weather like in Bulgaria, roughly? It's actually fantastic at the moment. We were very lucky this winter. Is it? We usually get an awful lot of snow, but this year we didn't get very much snow at all. Right, okay. Is it quite cold? Is it similar to here? Is it winter normally, I'd say, is about minus 25. Ooh. So it's a little bit chilly. Yeah, a little bit chilly. Put your hoodie on then, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Right, so to attach your inside, just one piece of tape down the centre of the envelope. Now what we want to do here is we want to line this up with the top of your case. Okay. And now I've stuck it to the glass mat. No, that's fine, don't worry. We can edit that out, that's fine, don't worry. No. I wish. Right. Lovely stuff. So yeah, as I say, we want to line this up with the top of the envelope rather than the bottom. Okay. Because otherwise we'll lose our expansion. Ah, I see. And also just put your tape in the centre. Don't think it's better if you tape outside, because if you do, you'll find that these will just all stick together. Yeah, yeah. So then we have our, if you have a look down here, you can see this is, as it's not attached there, it gives you that expansion. That's amazing, like an accordion. So then that, when that's closed, that'll give you that. That's really cool. And then at the back, I'm really sorry, I have made a mistake, so I will tell you. That's all right, don't worry. Is before you attach that flap, you really want to put your ribbon underneath the flap. Oh, yeah. Might be able to get it off. I see. Just a little bit. We'll let you off, Nick. You're allowed back. There we are. Oh, so you just tuck it in there. Just tuck it in there, but obviously you get a much cleaner look if you do it properly and stop gabbling on. No, that's my bad. That's perfect. There we are. And then what I've done with this one as well is I've used all the 8's stencil as well. So the stencil from this big bundle is and right then a stamp for your little buttonhole. So here we've used the die, haven't we? From we've used the die. I keep nearly saying one day special because it could be a one day special with that saving, you know. So we've used the die, to do the inserts from this, and again that stencil from this big bundle. That's absolutely beautiful, sir. Well, shall I do a really quick recap?
Yep, and then we'll reset.
Good idea. I'll see you right
Fantastic.
now. Fantastic. Look, can't wait to see more, mate. That's lovely. Have a look on our website if you can do. Again, it's the fastest way to order. Again, any more questions for Nick, keep them coming in. We're floods of emails. We'll try and get through them all. But thanks very much, guys. We're having a very busy show. This is a brand new bundle of everything on today's show. So there you go. We've got stamps, we've got stencils, we've got dies, we've got all sorts on the show. So again, if you really want a good comprehensive bundle, this is absolutely ideal. Now, you can buy individual items there. Have a look on our website. We've got plenty of them. Just scroll through. We stream in HD live, so you can watch us as you're ordering, so don't worry. Nick's going in for more demonstrations. I'm just going to give him a little minute just to reset, but perfect time for me to show you some more art. So there we go. If you just joined us, Nick from Bulgaria, this is his brand new selection. This is his Craftoscope. Whenever you see Craftoscope, that is Nick. This is his absolute passion. Now, again, you're not pigeonholed into any different particular style here. If you like pretty, you can do it. If you like simplistic, you can do it. If you like grungy, if you like layers upon layers upon layers, you can easily achieve that with this. You've got background stamps, you've got quirky foregrounds, you've got letters, you've got numbers, you've got people, you've got portraits. You've also got this one. I'm actually blown away by this. One of my favourite selections. It was the backgrounds, and I like them all, but this is my favourite. Backstage in my ear, they say, yep, Charlie, that's my favourite too. I think it's one of your favourites at home also, because this stamp set sold out individually. So it's basically this one right here, sold out individually, but don't worry, it still comes as part of the big bundle. Now again, if you are thinking of sort of like memory books, scrapbook pages to document the first couple of years of your son or daughter growing up, things like that is absolutely ideal. John, what else haven't I seen? Like quite closely. There we go. Very smart. Gift boxes, absolutely ideal. But it's just such an arty style. It's hard not to feel arty when you're working with something like this. Now let's have a close look at these stamps here. Very impressive. So again, beautiful bundle there. They're very cool. Now very nice chiselled jaw here. I think he must be looking at. I think he's modelling on Yanis when he looked at this one. Very chiselled jaw. There we go. He's laughing. There we go. But for backgrounds, perfect. Trust, believe, handy. ATC antics like this. I imagine. We've got Ace. Got numbers there as well. This is really cool. Joker, that's really cool. And you know what? We're talking about the ATC dies. That is absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. How ideal is this? Now, you know what? When you are doing ATCs, if you want to stamp that on the back, you can do. But Nick's just handed me this. Of course, ATCs are absolutely ideal for playing card style. How cool is this? That is mind-blowing. Thanks, Nick, for designing these and helping us make these cards. And thanks to the design team who have absolutely brought these to life. You could have done a better job. Every single piece is an absolute masterpiece. Each piece is a handshaker. Let me just dig deep. Can I just show you one more? Can I show you one more? Come in naughty. Do you know what? I want to show you more of that hands, because that is brilliant. That is absolutely beautiful. This is something for elderly recipients. This is cool, hip, trendy. It's really grungy if you want it to be. But I'm mentioning all these themes. You adapt it to what your passion is at home. Saving £8. If you're going to get it at some point, if you can get it now, you're saving money. That's 54 stamps. We've got stencils in there included, and we've got those dies. Well, the die sold out as an individual, and that hand stamp set. Right, £34, 64 today. Add your P&P. This will be delivered straight to your home. Now, you can get it delivered to anywhere you live in the UK, of course, anywhere around Europe, even Bulgaria, or even, of course, the United States of America. Have a look on our website. We've got even more right here. Now, Nick and I, let's talk you through the next bundle on the show. Because if you missed the last time Nick was here, we've still got some stock remaining. Well, I think we had to restock it, actually. It didn't last very long, I don't think. So there we go. If you're inspired by that first bundle, should we bring Nick in and have a talk to about this? Because this is beautiful. Because I'm boring myself now. Nick.
You're not.
Nick, my friend. For those who missed this last time, can you remind us what we got inside this bundle?
Yeah, sure. This was something I've wanted to do for a long time. There was a lot of lady stencils coming out for women's faces. I wanted to do a stencil that was a little bit different,
right.
Something that gave you more options. So I designed it with a thicker channel, if you like.
Okay.
So you could use it as a tool to actually do your regular faces. I think I've got some here.
So it's still thick enough that channel is a good way to use, actually.
So by
is
by
this
using,
yours?
yes, it is. Yes. So
Nick,
by
come
using
on.
some shading, all I've done here is literally traced around either the inside or the outside. If you use the inside, you get one look. If you use the outside line, you get another look. So it's literally tracing around with a pencil and then shading with the blending pen from Pergamano, which is fantastic. I've done a Facebook Live and I've done a YouTube tutorial on this because you can do it in about 10 to 15 minutes. It's real time. It's very easy. I've had people that haven't done any they've got no artistic background and they have actually done it. I mean, my nephew, who's young, he sent one. It was absolutely fantastic.
You're joking.
No,
it's the proportion. Once you got that down with the stencil, then you're shading us a lot of it. Well, what's on the next page? Am I allowed to have a look?
These are all things that I've done with these stencils. You know,
oh, come on!
To try and show people how different you can be. You don't have to just have one look. Katrina's done a fantastic cowboy in their Howdy.
Where's that?
There we go. Using them also.
Katrina, that's beautiful.
But you know, I want all of my things to be versatile. As I say, I don't want them to be just for one person.
And that means value, doesn't it?
We're all different. We all want to do different things with the things we buy.
Of course. You know what? I love the comic book strip here.
Oh yes.
Because how big are superhero films at the moment? You know,
yeah,
they're massive, aren't they? So if you know someone, your son or daughter, can be absolutely ideal. I mean, I love them. I absolutely love them. Nick, you've really proven, even on those few pages, how flexible these are. Is this still that bundle?
This is all from this bundle. Everything's from this bundle.
You're joking me.
This is using, again, I've tried to show you different ways of, different products you can use. Here we've got the rust from...
oh, here you go. It's all deco art, is it?
I know it's Beck's. It's the rust, the Queen of Rust.
Queen of Rust. Oh, the... well, yeah, I know who you mean. I know who you mean.
You know, it just works with everything. Hair. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
The finding is for it now. Actually, we're going to try and show that on the website if we can do. But again, you see lots more.
Then here it's mixed. I've mixed it with the All and Create stamps. You know, for a completely different look, a little bit of a darker look, if you like.
It's so beautiful.
There, I've used it with the acrylics from. I think these are a mixture of Amsterdam acrylics from Lou Withers.
Oh really? Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
And some sprays.
Joe, I love the way you support all these different brands and companies. You know, you just, if you like it, you get it.
Yeah, we all use it, don't we? So
of course.
You know, why not show that you can use things with it? And here we've done some stitching, some embroidery, I've used the gel plate there from Barbara from Clarity.
Oh yes, I know.
It goes with everything. I mean, you can make jewellery. Cheryl's made jewellery. We've got lovely bits of home decor from Jane, bracelets. It's brilliant with shrink plastic.
We could do an hour just talking about this, couldn't we?
I've been so excited about it, and I could go on probably for more than a one-day special about it. Because
that's fantastic.
There's too much to show you.
You know what? This is beautiful too. You have got so much, absolutely so much. Is this from it?
This is also from it.
This is all from this one bundle?
This one bundle.
I don't think I've ever seen a bundle of stamps and stencils brought to life so much, you know. I really think I have.
I think sometimes people look at a stencil and they just see it as that particular image.
Ink through, job done.
Yeah, I mean, inking through's fantastic. I mean, I've used a lot where I've just used a portion of the face. You don't have to use the whole face. It can look a little bit more mysterious if you use just a little piece of the face. Especially, you know, in one of the journal pages, I've used it as like a collage and just using the eye from it, or
you know,
I'm sure there's loads of other ways that you'll use it. You know, you could use your hair for waves, and it's just your imagination.
Your own colours. You can really go for it. You can lose yourself here, can't you? I love the little pop art there. That's really cool.
You know, I'd like to bring out people's imagination and see what they'd like to do with all the stamps, especially the new collection.
Yes,
I mean,
well, you're providing the tools for us to do that. That's
Yeah.
exactly what you're doing, and you've done it beautifully. If you'd like to go for this bundle, you can see all the different designs right there. Again, £22.88. That's your first flex buy payment of 2, and that's 938487. Now, if you'd like to go for this one, go on the website if you can do, hochanda.com. It's the quickest way to order. We've got about 50 minutes or so left on this hour. hour, or about 40 minutes to be precise, actually. So time for more demonstrations. Nick will be back with Hayley at 3 o'clock this afternoon, so make sure you watch that show too. But folks, we've had a couple of sellouts already. My advice is, if you like what you see, get it this hour. Buy it right now. Go onto our website. It's the quickest way to order. Now I keep harping on about it, but when we're this busy, I don't want people to think, oh, I'll watch this first. It may go soon. So we've had 2 sellouts already. Guys, thanks very much, folks, and thanks for all your support from Nick. Very important for us here to support up-and-coming brands, and Craftscape certainly is one of those. Watch this space.
Yeah, I know from all the family favourites that are on this week, you know, for someone as small as myself, I mean, there's people, you know, I am very small, so to bring it out without your support, I couldn't be bringing these products, you know, so it's down to you that I can bring these products to you.
That's lovely, isn't it? Yeah.
So I do thank you for that.
We thank you as well. Thank you as well. But Nick, we thank you. I mean, really, just the amount of art you've said, the amount of times I've mentioned your name on air over the years we've been broadcasting for the last few years. It's a pleasure to work with you. So we're going to be looking at this set next.
Yeah, what I'm using this time is the Such Card range. I just want to tell you, I have done with Hochanda, I've been able to give you a very good price this time on these. Although I've put down the A5 media stamps, you will notice that they are more A4. Right. But obviously I'm not charging an A4 price this time, but obviously I won't be able to bring them back at that
so
sort of
now
price.
is a good time, especially.
It is the good time to do it while the event's on.
Okay.
So what I've decided to do this time is use these, just use a couple of the stamps that I was telling you about earlier, the layering stamps. I'm just going to make a really simple card here just to show how easy you can do a card. So I've taken 2 pieces of copier paper, just sprayed them with a little spray adhesive on the back, and I'm just going to come in maybe, half an inch or so, maybe an inch actually, and just tape that down, and then the same with the other side, just bring it in so it gives us a channel, if you like, in the card, first of all. And then I'm going to take the 2 layering stamps. One thing I will say with the thermoplastic rubber, let's see if I've got one here that I haven't peeled off. Yeah, if I show you the face, the studio lights have actually made it a lot easier. If you warm these to room temperature, they will come off a lot easier.
Oh, they do, okay.
But don't go in heavy-handed and rip it, because on some of the more fragile stamp, or not fragile, more of the smaller stamps, you might find that you're going to rip it in half. And that's another thing with some of them. If you just let them rest, especially if it is cold, if you take them off your block, take them off your sheet, and just let them just to rest, literally
just
while you
find their true size.
Just because otherwise you might come into pickle.
Okay, we don't want that, do we?
Right, so I'm just going to use these 2 layering stamps. First of all, I'm going to use the base, which is this one, and I'm going to choose an archival. Here I've got the garden patina, actually, and just stamp up our stamp. Give it a nice inking, and these, I tell you as well, they get they age very well. Okay. You'll see. Now I don't clean my stamps. I'm like because I think you get a much better impression if you don't keep cleaning them.
It's a bit bespoke, doesn't it?
So I mean, you get a lovely clear impression of that. I've got a bit of hair there that's come up on it, but that won't matter. So I'm going to ink up that a few times. Some of them off the page. I missed that a little bit. But that's the beauty of when you're layering them up, because it doesn't really matter. It's a little bit of a wobbly desk. Okay. But I won't blame the tools.
No. Well, you can do the yours. Very smart.
So really, we're just building up. It's a little bit like a record as well, if you did it.
I was just going to say that, like a vinyl record, isn't it? I love them. I've got a few vinyls myself. Are you a music fan as well?
I love music.
Is it? What's your favourite sort of styles?
I honestly haven't got one. I've been asked so many times, and I've got such a huge range.
You just can't ask that, can you? It's difficult.
You know, it's. We were talking about it actually over the last couple of days. Where the friend I'm staying with, she had another friend over. Right. Who had a little sneak peek of the stamps. Yeah. And we were talking about music, you know, going right back to the 80s and 70s. And
great era, yeah.
Now then I'm going to take my next stamp, the top stamp, and take a deeper. This time I'm using the Cobalt Archival.
Okay. So you have to go with a contrasting colour now then?
I mean, there's some, you can use whatever colours you like, but I like to use a lighter colour underneath and then a deeper one on top. So there's no right and wrong way, whichever way you do it. So all I do is just line up the centre with the centre, give it a nice press down,
Okay.
And then you can see,
Nick, that's so cool.
you know, that gives you a really nice effect.
So what was your inspiration for these particular stamps then? I mean, did they start off with the doodles and you think, oh, I like this, or do you have an idea in mind, or?
The whole collection, this whole collection started off with a hand.
Right.
That was the first thing
the
I
hand
wanted
stamp?
to do, yeah.
That's a really cool stamp, my friend.
It's fantastic, I really love it. Well, I love all of it because it's such a good tool, you know,
Yeah.
it all works together to, you know, some of the things to some people might look and think, oh, I'm not really keen on that stamp and what have you, but when you start mixing them together with other things, they work. You know, they become a story.
Yes.
And what I want to do with Craftscope is over the months and years to come, I want to bring things that give you a library of things that you can use together.
Beautifully put.
I'm going to make sure that everything that I do, either before or after, will all go together.
Yeah.
To give you a,
So
like I say, a library, and it's not just for new
Craftscope,
people.
it's like a universe we're entering here now, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's
tells the story. Yeah, I know what you mean. All ties in. Very nice. I know where you're heading with this. It's going to be gorgeous.
There we are. So that's the first part, and then we're just going to take off the.
Okay. So that's sticky now, isn't it? Is it?
No,
Oh.
that's fine.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. Okay. Oh, that bit is. Yeah, I see. Oh, I see.
So then we're going to take that bit off as well. This
And that's
one's
just
a little
two
bit of
stamps,
residue. This
to be
is just
fair.
2 stamps.
Just 2 stamps.
And then you've got yourself a lovely base card there. Now what I'm going to just,
Yeah.
is to put that onto a piece of black.
Yeah. Oh, that's smart. Nick, how cool is that? This is cool. You can create cards for various different age groups now, couldn't you?
Yeah,
Different recipients.
all sorts of ages, depending on, and change it completely by using a different colour.
Just the colours.
There's one I've done there with the
Yeah,
yellow.
I saw
and,
that one. I'll show this one earlier. This one here.
Yeah.
Nice, isn't
And
it?
obviously
Yes.
completely change it by the sentiment you use. Some of the sentiments on there are just words, but they match with the words from my previous collection, and they will do from everything that's coming Tuesday. There's some other, although it's a completely different collection to this one.
Yeah.
It still will match.
Yeah.
Now at home I'd have gutted the card with just a basic plain die, because
Sure.
one of the dies, I won't give too much away, but the die I'm bringing on Tuesday would be ideal because it comes with an outer edge that will take that
Oh, really?
away. And then I'm just going to mount that onto
So
there.
make sure you put watch Nick on Tuesday. I won't be here on that day, sadly, but I'll try and watch
it's
you
a
from
shame.
afar. I'll watch you from afar.
Now what I'd do, have I got a little bit of time still? Or
Yeah, we have. We got 5 minutes.
if I
5
just
and a half
hurry
minutes.
along here, because this is another thing you could do that's
You do
different.
what you can, sir.
Is literally round the edge, just to
Nice.
make it a little bit different.
It's really cool, isn't it? By the way, if you bought something this hour, we've entered you into a little competition to win a bundle of goodies. So this is what you could have won. So if you've entered this, we're about to announce the winner. Right, the winner, we've selected one. Lucky to Anne Davies. Anne Davies, Anne, congratulations. We're going to be in touch with your details and you'll be sent this. Thank you very much for your purchase, Anne, and congratulations, you'll be receiving that. Isn't that brilliant? Thanks very much.
Fantastic.
Guys, thanks very much to everyone who's bought something this hour, though. You got great deals now.
Yeah, I'd love to see what Anne does with the collection.
Would be
Well,
good.
I'd honestly like to see everyone's work that they do with these, because I love to see what everyone's done.
Must be an extraordinary feeling.
It's an amazing feeling. Like I said, it's. I thought nothing could beat being on the show or seeing my collection come to life, but seeing what people have made has
It's a wonderful
been
thing.
a whole new level. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be seeing a lot of you, Nick. I think it's been a busy show, guys. Thank you.
So
Beautiful colours as well.
I just thought I might do this just to give you another little option, and it's again just
But you've
using
got
the same
something
stamps.
for all age groups, something for all year round. There's something here for so many different styles. We're catering a lot of themes, a lot of styles here. And Joe, if you when you're buying something, what boxes does it have to tick for you, or do you buy quite a lot?
I am quite a lot more choosy than I used to be.
Yeah.
Because I want to get the best value I can, and I want it to do more than one thing.
So it's got to be versatile. Then.
Versatile is
something. Well, that's something
definitely
new, something different.
Something new, different, something that I can get lots of different styles out of, something that's not just going to give me one look and that's it.
Of course, yeah.
And really that's
You want
where
longevity to it, obviously,
definitely,
don't you?
you know, and that's what I've brought out in my range. I want the same. I'd want to offer that to people. And something that's not going to date, you know, something that I can get out maybe in 10 years' time and it's still going to look as good as it did when I first used it.
That's beautiful. And there you go, there's your border. Nick, that is so cool. I've had some wrapping paper with that or something.
Fantastic.
How
Because
cool
I mean,
is that?
there's so much texture in there. And I must tell you, one thing I have done with it is used it with the ultra thick embossing powders.
Oh, what's that like? What, for the top layer?
You know, I've done a wash over the paper, covered it with a mess of embossing powder, and then stamped this into it, because you can do that because of it being thermoplastic rubber, and you get the colour from outside coming through, so you actually then get 3 layers.
So you can withstand a fair amount of heat then.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
Which I guess is how we did, that example, this one right here. Sorry, I know I'm jumping ahead. Sorry, my bad. By the way, so that's how we did this one then. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
So that's where this collection started from.
Yeah, that's the first one.
This is the first one. It's sold out individually, this particular stamp set, but you do get included in this bundle, where again you do save £8. Nick, that is beautiful.
So then that's that, and then we'll just choose ourselves a sentiment.
Well, there you go. We've got plenty to choose from.
Yeah, you could, depending on who's it for.
We can imagine that.
Yeah, so if you can imagine that with any of your sentiments, happy birthday. Yeah. You could get one of your ATC cards. I mean, one of those that that Natalie did. You could put that on in your card. Yeah. You know, it's entirely up to you. It's endless. You know, you can't say one thing or the other. It's just make it what you will. It is, make it what you will. That's a lovely foundation there, but that is beautiful. That's just 2 stamps. Look at all the rest of them you're getting on this huge bundle, though. £103.93. Introductory prices, folks, again, so do save the money if you can by buying it right now. It's £36.64 if you buy it on FlexiBuy. So FlexiBuy, add it to your basket. Just before you check out, you'll see a little red box. You tick it, divides it for you. It's so easy to do. It's straightforward. Now, folks, if your basket totals £60 or more with other goodies, you can stagger that interest-free as well using Flexi Order. So it's a brand new collection here. And just remind us, Nick, they're all hand-drawn apart from what, the hand one, is that right? And the textures. That's brilliant. Joy, if you were sat at home, this is going to be a weird question because I know you designed these, why would you be buying these then? Why is this such good value? I'd buy them because I can see what I could make with them, how many different looks I could get with them. There's some lovely worker stamps in there, you know, to use with your other projects. Yes. They don't have to be used on their own. They'll go with absolutely anything you have. So it's value for money, I think. It is value for money. You know what, that's that die set, by the way. Over 30%'s already gone the first hour. By the way, that die set, I must show you this just briefly, actually, because the die sold out, within the first half of the show. It went very quickly. It sold out as an individual, but you still get the die included in the bundle. And that's what we've got right here. So we've got the ATC dies. You can extend this bit if you want to. You can elongate it like this. Faster. Make it faster, or make it longer. Right? Make it longer. Do you know what? Well, at the end of the show, it's been an absolute pleasure. Nick, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you ever so much. Pleasure. It's been really lovely. Thank you. It's been good, isn't it? I've learned so much from you. I've been watching 3 o'clock, so you're back on with Haley. Yeah, I am. You have a well-earned coffee, sir. I'll see you in a